Alright, hello everybody and welcome to the stream. I'm sorry for the late start. I'll explain what's going on in just a moment. But today is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope that everyone had a good day away from the stream yesterday. Which was my day off from streaming for the week. And I hope they had a good one. I'm not sure what you did. Maybe you hung out with your family because you're stuck at home. Maybe you gamed a lot, in which case that's pretty cool if you did. Maybe you watched some of my stuff over on DSPGaming to get caught up with all the streams lately, okay? So I'm not sure what you did, but I hope you had a good one. My day was a mixed bag. I would say. I was still able to go out early in the morning. I still had to go like 8:30 in the morning to get groceries. I was able to get everything I needed. In fact, I even had paper towels, some tissues, things that you would think are in high demand. They're still not fully stocked, but I was able to get some of them yesterday, which was good. I was able to get all the food that I needed for the week for my family, which was good. During the course of the day, I did have to go to the pet store again to get more food for Jasper. But outside of that, pretty laid back day. Stayed home most of the day, just spending time with my wife. We ended up watching a bunch of nature shows together, which was really nice. A little bit more of a playthrough that someone was playing of BioShock. Had some good food. Surprisingly enough, one of our favorite Mexican restaurants that had actually been closed for a while had reopened, I guess, during the course of the week, and we were able to order food from there and get some really good Mexican food yesterday. So it was pretty good. The food actually showed up super duper warm, which we were surprised because the driver got lost because the driver was an idiot. So, the past few weeks that we've been quarantined, we've ordered out food a few times and had it delivered a few times. Never had an issue. Person's always able to find the place easily, no problems. Yesterday, this guy is a complete moron. He goes to our back gate of our place, which no one goes to, and is like screaming that no one can open the gate for him. Like, the back gate doesn't even open. It's an emergency gate for like emergency services. So then he drives, instead of going to the front gate, he drives by it and goes to an apartment complex near us that's not us. Then he misses the front gate again and goes to the street further down. So basically, like, he was here, but it took him like 20 minutes to actually get to our place to deliver the food because he was an idiot. But he finally did deliver it. And the food was great. So we actually really enjoyed the food that we had yesterday on my day off here. So it was good. It was all right. It was an all right day. All right. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. Certainly, we're looking 3 weeks or more down the road, if and when this lockdown finally lifts. Things will be a lot better to be able to go out and do stuff again. It just sucks because the weather was amazing yesterday. The weather was like beautiful weather all day, and here you are stuck inside, right? So it really stinks, but it is what it is, okay? And we're all stuck at home. We're all kind of confined and cooped up, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm happy that I'm able to put out these fun streams for you guys on a daily basis so we have something to do together, right? So, it is what it is. It was still a decent day. I hope you guys all had a decent day. Now, today's pre-stream started late. You want to know why? I'm gonna just forewarn all of you about a few things going on during this worldwide pandemic lockdown, all right? At least from what I've seen in the past couple of weeks. This is a time, guys, you're going to want to be very careful about all of your personal information, about all of your accounts that you may have out there. Let's just say, obviously, without giving any, big specifics or anything like that, that there are, sadly, some companies that will take advantage of you now during this pandemic. And what I mean by that is, keep a lookout for fees that are magically appearing on accounts for no reason. Keep a lookout for all kinds of stuff where normally you'd be like, oh, that's something I could get cleared up right away. Because guess what? During a pandemic, you cannot. All right? There's been 2 different companies that I've had issues with in the last 2 weeks. And when I try to call them to get it cleared up, no one answers. I was just on hold for 45 minutes on the pre-stream with a company who never picked up. And of course, their excuse will be, oh, it's the pandemic and we've got skeleton crew or whatever. Well, fuck off then. Then don't give me an issue, right? Don't fuck me over, with issues with my account with you. And then maybe, just maybe, I won't have to call you, right? But this is what I mean. Like, what's going to happen now is these companies around the world now think it's free reign to do whatever they want. And previously, it would be easy to get it cleared up, but it's not anymore because everyone is monster wait times and everything. Now, in particular, what's really frustrating to me is that these companies only operate during business hours. Now, I've explained to you guys before how frustrating this is, especially when you live on the West Coast, and a lot of companies are like Midwest or East Coast based, and they expect you to somehow magically live on their time frame, okay? So, in particular, this company that I have an issue with right now is East Coast time. That means that if I have to call them during East Coast hours, they close at 5 p.m. Eastern time, which is fucking 2 p.m. West Coast time. Just think about that, all right? So I called as soon as I got into my office. I woke up this morning, used the bathroom, washed up a little bit, went downstairs, fed Jasper, did a few things in the kitchen, got my drinks ready, came up to the office, and as soon as I could, got on the phone with these guys. 45-minute wait, and no one picks up. Right? It's like, are you kidding me? So then, of course, you look online. No way to talk to anyone on an online chat. Doesn't exist. No way to schedule a future call. No. Just they expect you to be able to call and get through someone. Well, guess what? The world isn't how it used to be. So these businesses should have something in place so that there's another way to get things, addressed. And they just don't. So I was already here. On stream, I was already late. I delayed the stream for 10 minutes, still waiting on hold, and I was like, I can't have the stream wait any longer. So it is what it is. Now, when am I going to call? Can I call on break? Nope, because when I go on break, they're already closed. And by the way, since I was on hold for 45 minutes, chances are I'd still be on hold for 45 minutes, even if I had tried to call later in the day. So that's longer than my break, right? Can't call them after the stream. They're closed. So what am I supposed to do? Wake up at like 5 in the morning? My time to call these fucking people and sit on hold for 2 hours to hopefully get through to talk to someone for 5 minutes to resolve an issue. And this is how it's going to be for all companies. These companies do not prepare for bad times. I can tell you from experience, from when I used to work for a major corporation, all right, that was publicly traded, that was rolling in money. These companies do not properly prepare for bad times. That's why the airline industry completely collapsed during the 9/11 terror attacks. They had no contingency plan for if no one wanted to fly. That's why so many companies right now, sadly, are going out of business during this pandemic. Companies are only especially in the United States, for some reason, certain companies are built that they're expecting that things will always be the same forever. No contingency, no fallback, no preparation for anything. If something goes wrong, oh well, it's the customer that suffers. And that's what we're seeing right now. Like I said, there's been 2 different companies, 2 completely different ones that I've been dealing with over the past 2 weeks that I've had issues with, and I cannot get any resolution because I can't talk to anybody. No one answers. And they have no online chats, nothing else. They won't talk via email. Just, well, if you sit on hold for an hour and you don't get anyone, well, fuck off. Pretty ridiculous. So, it sucks. That's why I'm late today. I got no resolution. So, what I recommend to all of you, again, be very diligent during this time period. Be sure to keep on top of all of your accounts, all of your different companies you deal with on a daily basis. Make sure that everything is kosher, because this is the time when they will fuck you. They will, out of nowhere, be doing ridiculous things behind your back, knowing full well that there's no way you can contact them about it. So just keep your eyes peeled about that, because it sucks that these people are trying to pull shit. We're in a worldwide scare, a worldwide situation where we're all just trying to stay alive and keep our loved ones alive and stay healthy. And we got to deal with this extra fucking stress because these companies are basically pieces of shit. That sucks. Okay? So anyway, and by the way, Beefsteak Tomato says that's something people should be doing at all times, not just during a global pandemic. Fair enough, Beefsteak Tomato, you're absolutely correct. Just a lot of people just kind of they just expect everything's going to work. They expect that at all times, everything will be working fine. Nothing, silly or shady or unexpected would ever happen, and there's no reason why you would ever need to check anything or be on top of stuff. Sadly, this is the time when absolutely everyone needs to, Okay. Now, let's get back to positive and fun stuff. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the streams. Today is a full day of streaming. I am back from break. We are back to the positivity and the fun. I mean, my God, guys, the last week of streams has been so overwhelmingly positive. Everyone's been really enjoying the streams, tuning in, interacting, and, of course, supporting to the point where we are on an 18 vest streak. Holy shit. Monday, the birthday festivities were great. I hope you guys enjoyed the special birthday stuff that I did on Monday. I had a lot of fun with it. And again, if you were here on Monday, I just want to shout out to you guys and say thank you for everyone who was here and spent time with me on my birthday and had a good time. There's no more decorations in the office. The birthday celebration's over, but I'll be eating that birthday cake for the next month. I had another piece last night. And by the way, like I told you guys, the cake is actually better now because it's solidified in the fridge. Like the frosting isn't like gooey melting anymore. And it was crazy good. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to love eating this cake all month. The peanut butter and chocolate is so good. Okay, let me turn on my fan, guys, because it's very hot in here. Phew. Turn on level 2. Yeah, we've had pure sun here in Washington State all week long, and it's pretty frustrating because that means that my office heats up a ton. I like it cloudy. I do. I just like it cloudy or even rainy. It cools down everything, but in my office it's always hot when the sun's out, and the sun's been out all week. So even though things have been very positive, I've been cooking in here. But I just turned on the fan. We should be good. But anyway, again, thank you guys who hung out with me on Monday for my birthday. Today, we are back to full-time streaming after the day off yesterday. What are we doing today? First, it's the continuation of Nioh 2. By the way, you probably hear a lawnmower outside. It's because the landscapers are here today. So you're probably going to hear a lawnmower outside. There's nothing you can do about it, okay? So. Hold on a second now. See? Look at this. Now I'm getting emails. This is ridiculous. I don't know. I'm going to ignore this for now. I'm seriously not even going to pay attention. It's frustrating the shit out of me. Okay. So, guys. I'm getting emails about stupid shit now. So, yeah, you're probably going to hear the landscapers outside because they're going to be outside today. There's nothing we can do about that. All right? They're just going to be out there being noisy. All right? But, thank you guys for being here for the new streams. What are we doing today? First of all, it's going to be Nioh 2 continuing on. We just started, well, we didn't start, but we were in the midst of a story-based mission, the actual main missions of the game. And during those main missions, we ran into a boss, a very tough boss, it appears, because this guy seems to have incredibly infinite stamina with a crazy string of attacks that he can do. So what I'm going to have to do is, I kind of thought about this over the last 2 days, and I was like, seems like I was really beating his ass until he went into the yokai realm, stance or whatever. And then all of a sudden, he seems to get, like, infinite stamina. So what I'm kind of thinking is what I should do is wail on him as much as I can. And then when he goes yokai realm, either go to mid or low stance, which is going to allow me to manage my stamina way better. And basically just dodge a ton. And maybe switch back to mid or high stance, for a hit or two in there. Until the yokai realm shit runs out. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm trying to think, if this guy really is going to have that much stamina when he goes to yokai realm and I can't get my stamina back, I'm going to have to manage my stamina very carefully during that phase of the boss fight. So, that's what we're starting with, a tough boss in Nioh 2 today. And then, of course, every time we beat a story stage, usually that unlocks a bunch of new side quests. So, more than likely, we'll beat this boss, and then we'll be doing a bunch of side quests and going on from there. Okay? As for the length of the playthrough, I have no idea how far into Nioh 2 we are right now. Like, I just have no concept of actually how far we are. you know? So because of that, I can't, like, some people are asking me, well, how long is this playthrough? How much longer do you think you'll be playing it? I don't know. That question would probably be for people who've already watched a playthrough or have played it themselves and beaten it. But I'm basically assuming we're going to be balancing Nioh 2, with all the new releases probably for the next couple of weeks. I would think that we're probably about halfway into it, maybe. I think. So I guess we'll see, how it goes today. But I'm hoping to beat this story stage, get a bunch of new side quests done. We'll see how it goes, all right? Excuse me. Okay, later tonight, it is time for Call of Duty Warzone, all right? Call of Duty Warzone later tonight. And that should be fun. I'm excited for that. I hope you guys are excited for Call of Duty Warzone. Even though I'm not in love with the game, you guys really seem to like the interactivity when I play Battle Royale. I'll be honest, I don't think Warzone's anything special. The one overwhelming positive about the game is the map. I think the map is very well designed, with a big variety of areas. You could land on a stadium or an airport, but you could also land in like a rural area with barns and stuff like that. It could be in the middle of a not really a skyscraper, but a big building, office building. I like that a lot. But I'm not in love with it, I'm playing it once a week because you guys keep telling me you like the Battle Royale stuff and I should keep doing it, all right? So, let's see how it goes. Tonight with Warzone, that's 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, my late stream for tonight, okay? Tomorrow, we are concluding Resident Evil 3 Remake. From what I'm to understand, we're about an hour to the end of the game, and people are saying the final boss is insanely tough, like really annoying on hardcore. But it is what it is. I'll see what I can do. If I can beat it, wrap it up, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to. And then after that, we're going to be checking out Resident Evil Resistance, which is the multiplayer aspect of the game that was included because basically, unlike Resident Evil 2 that lends itself to two different sided playthroughs with variations, Resident Evil 3 is just one campaign. Therefore, I think they felt like they needed something else included with the game to charge $60 for it. So they didn't. I've been hearing a lot of conflicting stuff about Resident Evil Resistance. Some people seem to really like it. Some people don't seem to really like it. So it seems to be like a mixed bag, where some people are really enjoying it and other people are not. So I guess we shall see, what happens in regards to that tomorrow. Okay, guys? Fair enough? All right. Tomorrow night, it'll be Animal Crossing New Horizons. And it'll be cool because now the birthday celebration's over. We'll be able to focus in a little bit more on just the normal happenings of the island. And we're actually heading into kind of the finale of these Bunny Day festivities. The last two Animal Crossing streams I played were during the Bunny Day event, where we got to see tons of these Easter eggs around and saw what my wife had been crafting. So we're going to focus more on that and try to see as much as we can do, on that 2-hour chill night stream. Then on Friday, it's the premiere of Final Fantasy VII Remake. All right? Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I hope you guys are very excited for. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a great game. I'm getting that vibe that it's going to be a pretty solid game. 40-plus hours. Redoing the plot of Final Fantasy VII's first segment in Midgard to become a 40-hour game. New gameplay mechanics. Great, very well fleshed out story, supposedly. Everyone's saying there's all new characters and stuff that basically make the game more robust. Although, apparently some reviews are saying it's a mixed bag. They're saying that there are parts of the game that drone on or kind of just aren't very good. They feel like filler content to drag out the length of the game, which isn't surprising considering you're taking a part of the game that essentially was 10 to 15 hours of the original game, and you're turning it into a 40-hour game. So obviously they stretched some stuff out, right? So I guess we'll see. Starting on Friday, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Should be exciting. Friday night, my weekly Throwback Street Fighter session. And please, folks, let's hope for something better than last week, because last week was a disaster where the game would not work. There were so many people who wanted to play and couldn't play. You could see they were all trying to join lobbies and play each other, and the whole game just kept crashing and no one could play each other. It was a real mess. So I'm hoping that it works better this week. I really hope, sincerely, that those lobbies keep going, okay? Then, on Saturday, it will be more Final Fantasy VII Remake. And then Saturday night will be my weekly Morrowind chill stream. That's right. It's going to be Saturday night, not Sunday night. Okay, so Morrowind this coming Saturday. Then on Sunday, we'll probably take a break from Final Fantasy since I played it back-to-back for 2 days. And instead, we'll probably do some more Nioh 2. And then Sunday night, it's going to be Animal Crossing New Horizons Bunny Day event, because Bunny Day is April 12th. It's Easter Sunday. And so we'll be actually seeing what happens in Animal Crossing on Bunny Day. Are there special festivities? Are there things that happen? We're going to find out this coming Sunday. All right? And then on Monday, more Final Fantasy VII Remake and my weekly Minecraft chill stream. And that's the streaming week, everybody. Okay? Hope that sounds good to everyone. Keep in mind, other things going on right now. You guys are currently voting on the Viewer's Choice game event. The top 2 games in that polling will be played as full playthroughs. So you guys should definitely vote if you haven't yet. There's 2 ways to vote. You can type !Viewer's Choice into the stream chat, or just wait every 20 minutes or so. A link will pop up. Please vote. I'm going to tell you why. All right? It's funny because people all subscribe to make these events happen. Hundreds of people subscribe, but hundreds of people don't vote on the event, and I don't understand that. Like, you guys wanted to see a Viewer's Choice event happen. You all subscribed to have it, make it happen, but then where's the voting? You guys need to vote to make this event happen. There's 9 games in the running, and I haven't seen any significant movement with the votes in, like, days. So if you haven't voted, stop sleeping on it. Get over there and vote. That poll's going to close probably over the course of this coming weekend. So you got to vote as soon as possible, okay? I just had someone say to me, I'm not even kidding, Phil, where do I go to nominate games? I want to see you finish up Nier Automata and play the other endings. I was like, nominate? The nominations ended like 2 weeks ago. The poll's been running for like over a week. Like, what is going on that people are so behind? So please, all right, head over there and please vote. Okay? Don't sleep on it. You got to vote. All right. All right, continuing on. Let me think about this. Is there anything else? Oh, so guys, in regards to subs, since we're mentioning subs and some goals, you might have taken a look at the subs today and said, what the heck happened? Because on Monday, my birthday, we were over 760 subscriptions. Now we're at 719, and it might have even changed since I updated this on the pre-stream, okay? So, the reason that you're seeing that, quite frankly, is because I knew this was going to happen. We had a big sub bomb of subs that were gifted at the beginning of March. And being that that was going to expire in early April, I knew it would be pretty silly of me to go ahead and set up a sub goal for April when I knew that we were going to see a ginormous dip in subs. So can you imagine? In early April, we were between like 730, 750 subs. I said, okay, we hit 800 subs this month. We're going to do a special goal. And everyone starts subbing, and then all of a sudden it drops by 50 in one day, right? So that's why I didn't do that. I had a feeling that was going to happen. And by the way, the reason we hit the tier 2 sub goal in March was because someone gifted like 75 subscriptions at the very end of the month. So again, it would be pretty irresponsible for me to set up a sub goal now, and the next thing you know, we're going to dip another 75 subs at the end of the month, and, you know, we're not going to hit it. So there's not going to be a sub goal for the month of April. That's okay. We've already got 2 Viewers' Choice events that are going to be starting up. But instead, in May, we will have a sub goal. Chances are it's probably going to be some kind of a marathon event. Some people have actually been asking me recently, when's your next marathon? I'm like, I haven't even started thinking about a marathon yet. You know, there's 3 different marathons that I've done over the years that seem to be very successful. One is obviously the retrospective marathon, where we go back and watch old stuff from my past together. We just did one of those in late February. One of them is the Indies Marathon, where you guys nominate indie-style games for me to check out for like an hour and a half each. And usually this gives me a lot of exposure to games that normally, you know, kind of went under my radar. And maybe some of these I'll like and end up playing as full playthroughs later on. And then another event that I've done is the Rageathon, where you guys try to pick games that you feel are going to infuriate me during the stream. Although that's hit or miss, because sometimes it does, sometimes it just doesn't. Like, for example, the playthrough I'm doing right now of Morrowind somehow originated in the Rageathon from last summer. I don't know why, because the game doesn't really cause rage at all. So I have no idea why it was selected for that. But you see what I mean? Like, at least good things usually come out of each marathon. I mean, the vest came out of the last retrospective marathon, guys. So, that's probably what we'll be working on next month. All right? So don't worry about a sub goal this month. There is none, but please vote on the Viewer's Choice event, guys. All right? Last thing I want to mention before we get to the gratuitous plug segment, thank you for 18 amazing streams where we have reached the tips goal, and therefore the vest has been worn on stream. Obviously, you guys like the vest as a gimmick. Obviously. It motivates people to contribute via tips, and you guys, for 18 straight streams, have been incredibly supportive. I don't know how much longer this is going to last, all right? But I want to say thank you for the support that I did get in regards to this. Obviously, today, yes, it is still in effect. If we hit the tips goal today, I will put on the vest, all right? So let's see what happens today. Maybe, I'm hoping that we can keep the streak going, but also I have no control over it. It's all in your hands, guys, okay? All right, let's now get to gratuitous plugs. Thank you guys for 11 awesome years where I've been a content creator here on the internet and where you guys have allowed me to continue to share my gameplay experiences with all of you on a daily basis. I superbly appreciate that. I really do. And I'm incredibly happy that you guys allow me to keep doing what I love for a living, okay? I'm incredibly grateful because, number one, I'm one of the few people who gets to do what he loves for a living. How many people can say that what they do for a job is what they love? And for me, it is, that's crazy. All my life, I never thought that I would be able to do something that has been my hobby and the thing I do for fun as a job, but I do. And that's amazing. But in addition to that, it's incredibly awesome that I still get to do this right now, right? With all the crap going on in the world, I get to keep doing what I love for a living and keep entertaining you guys and putting out meaningful, positive streams at a time when many people are contacting me and saying, Phil, thank you for being here and keep doing what you're doing, because you're basically giving us some distraction and entertainment away from all the crap that's going on in the world right now. And we really need that positive distraction right now. So I am happy to be here for you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me and supporting the streams. All right. So in the modern day, guys, I am a full-time streamer. I'm here 6 days a week full-time on twitch.tv streaming for you. And I archive all of these streams over on DSPGaming on YouTube, so that if you cannot be here for the live stream, you can catch up on it later on your own, your own free time. If you like that, if you like the fact that I'm here 6 days a week, and you like the fact that I do archive those videos, despite the fact that I really don't get that much out of it anymore because YouTube fell apart over the years, please consider contributing to the stream, because it really is your crowdfunding efforts during these streams that allows me to keep doing what I love for a living. Absolutely, 100% it is. I'm super appreciative of all of you who allow me to keep doing what I love for a living. And thank you for your support and the crowdfunding on the streams, all right? But all that being said, before we even mention a single way that you guys could contribute, I want to let you know these streams are 100% free on twitch.tv, and contributions are not mandatory. All right? I don't want anyone to come to the stream and feel like, man, because I can't contribute, I'm the odd man out, or I feel bad. That's not what this is about. All right? Gaming is my passion and has been for my entire life. I made gameplay videos on YouTube for 2.5 years before I ever monetized a single gameplay video. And the reason I did eventually monetize them was because I lost my office job. All right? I wouldn't have ever, tried even considering monetizing this kind of stuff if I didn't have to. All right? Also, if I somehow lost my ability to stream full-time like I do now, I would still try to stream in some limited capacity because I love it. I absolutely love the interactions we have, the fun social aspect of the streams, the fact that we get to hang out every day and enjoy games together. It's amazing. It's very positive, and I wouldn't want to give that up, if I could help it. So please understand that I am here to have fun with you and to enjoy video games. I'm not here to make a buck. Although, quite frankly, yes, this is my business. That is a cool after effect of having a positive job, because I'm able to put out an entertaining and fun positive stream for all of you. I find I don't have to harp on the fact that, contributions are important and blah, blah, blah. I just talk about it in this little segment on the pre-stream. We get it out of the way. And then for the rest of the stream, I'm able to just focus on positivity and fun with you guys. And the contributions come in, and that's amazing. Not having to harp on, why didn't you sub and why aren't you tipping and blah, blah, blah. That's good that I don't have to do that. I love being a positive streamer and focusing on the positivity of the gameplay and our interactions rather than worrying about money, money, money. So thank you for your support. Thank you very much. Now let's actually talk about some of the ways that you can contribute if you would like to keep this going. All right. So first of all, I have a Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil. This is a monthly pledge campaign where your pledges earn you personal perks as a way of saying thank you very much for those contributions. I'm not going to go into detail about it because it's all publicly listed there. Give it a look at your own leisure if you would so like. All right. Thanks to anyone who is a current pledgee to my Patreon, and thanks to anyone who even gives it a look and gives it a consideration. If you would be interested in some merchandise, then you could check out my Teespring over at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. I sell mostly shirts, although there are other things there like t-shirts and mugs and the like. Today I'm actually wearing one of said shirts to show you on stream here. This is and by the way, I have the Dragon Ball thing up here because I want to talk about this a little bit on pre-stream for something someone asked me. But today I'm wearing the graffiti shirt. This is a shirt of many mannerisms, as well as, monikers and things that people have thrown my way over the years. You can get this shirt on my Teespring store among many, many other designs. FYI, these shirts are very high quality and they don't really wear out. I've had some of these shirts for over 2 years and they're not worn at all because I picked the higher quality shirts for you guys. Give it a look. If you buy something, it helps me out a little bit, but you get a cool collectible out of it. All right? Now, if you guys are here live on the stream, which I know many of you are, all right, and you want to contribute in a way that's going to get you noticed on the stream, maybe get you some recognition and also some interaction with me, you can do that if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to my channel or you tip me today during today's live stream. I will give you a shout out as a way of saying, hey, thanks a lot for your contribution. All right, now keep in mind, please be in line with the rules of the stream. That means no insults, no giant derailing paragraphs or song lyrics, no crazy off-topic things, no trying to get me to say stuff that's going to get me in trouble on Twitch. Just please be in line with the rules and regulations that I've laid out for the stream, and we should have some fun interaction. Most people get it, okay? So there you go. Now, at the top of your screens, you will notice there's a stream stats leaderboard in effect. That leaderboard tracks things such as top tipper of the stream, top cheerer of the stream. All right, give some extra recognition to those who have contributed. In addition to that, there's 2 other leaderboards that are actually built into Twitch itself, top cheerer of the week, as well as the top subscriber gifters of the week. So people who gift subs to people on the stream. We're going to give shout outs to those people as well in just a few moments. All right, so all this is coming here on the pre-stream. So I just mentioned a ton of ways for you to contribute, and you may be saying, all right, well, that's great, but what is the best way to contribute considering that Phil just has so many? Tipping me by far is the best way to contribute. First of all, when you tip me, all right, those are funds that I can immediately put towards very important things like bills behind the scenes, tax payments, utilities, dues. Right now, this week coming up, I can tell you I got 2 utilities, I got some dues coming up, and a tax payment. So tips are going to help me with all of that stuff, all right? But in addition, all right, when you tip me, you're going towards the tips goal, and we're going to keep this vest streak alive if we hit the tips goal for today. All right, we're at 18 straight streams where we hit the vest streak. See if we can make it happen again, right? So by tipping me, you're going towards that, and you're making that vest streak continue, which is really awesome. Okay? So please consider tipping me if at all you can today. There are 2 ways you can tip me. Below the stream, there's a tip jar button, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. Okay. So, all that being said, guys, please consider contributing via tipping if you can. Now, when you're going to tip me, all right, there's a few things you should know. You can either tip with a registered PayPal account if you have one. But if you don't, you can actually tip me with just a debit or credit card, much like anything else. All right? So all that being said, all right, if you can, and you would like to tip with a debit or credit card, you may not see that option readily available listed. And the reason you may not see it listed is because, sadly, it doesn't load right away on the mobile version of the site. And a lot of people use mobile devices to do stuff today. So if you load the fully desktop version of the site, that should allow you to see those options if you would like to make a tip with a debit or credit card. Okay? Fair enough? All right, guys. Now, PSA for all of my viewers here on stream. Man, my throat is bothering me today. Most likely because of allergies, because the stupid, like I said, it's been so hot and sunny this week. Not hot, but sunny this week. and it's making everything bloom outside for spring, and I have allergies already. You know, I was sneezing a bit yesterday, and now my throat is like gunked up. I'm not surprised. You know, I'll probably be like this for like weeks until it finally kind of gets normal again, or I get used to it again. Okay, so, phew. PSA for everybody here today, guys. All right, if you are going to consider contributing on any of my streams, if you are a frequent viewer of my streams and you talk with people all the time, what I'm going to tell you is this, guys. Please do your best. Please do your best to protect yourselves and your identities. All right? All that being said, it makes me nervous because I hear all the time that people get harassed online by people anonymously because they have information out there that's public and they don't realize it. For example, just on your social media accounts. All right? You may have things such as, your friends, your family members, places you like to hang out, things that are your interest, where you work, etc., all listed publicly. This is all stuff that can be used against you. Seriously, it's all stuff that could be sadly used against you. And I want you to be protected from that. You know, some people tell me that they get harassed just because they interact with me on Twitch. So, first recommendation for all of you, turn off your direct messages or private messages here on twitch.tv. There's two things you could do. You could either turn them off completely, which is what I've done, or you could set it up so only people who are on your friends list can direct message you. Truth of the matter is, direct messaging on Twitch is pretty much only used for people who are trying to scam or harass others. You're going to get tons of spam. You're going to get all kinds of shit. You click on a link, next thing you know, oh my God, what did I just do? You don't want to do that. So turn them off. They're not very productive whatsoever. You're going to want to have those disabled to protect yourself. Fair enough? Now, in addition to that, guys, please also understand that, you know, because of the information you have out there on the internet, you don't want to be giving out your identity during a stream. So in particular, if you're going to actually contribute during a stream like today, you may want to hide your identity. If you're going to tip me, don't use your real name. You could tip as anonymous, or you can make up a name completely. Maybe a name that has something to do with the game or just something silly, you know, something that has nothing to do with anything of your real life persona or anything like that. That way you're protecting your true identity and no one can come harass you because of it. You see what I mean? You got to be diligent. There's people out there that are really messed up in the head and they get actual pleasure out of hurting people anonymously over the internet for absolutely no reason, as ludicrous as that sounds. Okay? All right, guys, moving on. Let's talk about the rules of the stream. First of all, I'm streaming on twitch.tv, which means I have to abide by all the rules and regulations of twitch.tv. Can't just say and do whatever I want on my streams. But in addition to that, please understand that I have a chill vibe that I like to maintain on my streams. This means that I like it to be that when you come to one of my gameplay streams, you can just kind of relax. You can unplug from all the stresses of real life and have a good time with me and sharing that experience with games and all of that, okay? I don't want you guys to be harassed online, all right, by negativity, by toxicity, and by all kinds of stuff because you came to my streams. I don't want that to be a part of my streams. I want my streams to be a positive and fun place. We are all bombarded with so much negativity in the real world right now. We need a place where we can go to just have some positivity and fun. You know, you want to see my reactions to whatever game I'm playing. You want to have some interaction with me and the stream viewers. You don't want to see people arguing. You don't want to hear about all kinds of negative detractor shit, right? You want to stay away from there, you know, as much as possible. Okay? So there you go. So please, guys, understand that. I hope you guys do understand that. And I hope that you guys will do your best to abide by the rules that I have laid out here. So the first thing that I would like to say, all right, is please be careful in regards to what you talk about on the stream, topics that are going to be derailing. In particular, there are two topics that we found that are very derailing to my streams, politics and religion, all right? Those topics, sadly, are just topics that are just out of control. People can't seem to really agree or disagree or agree to disagree. Instead, they argue. They get very angry with each other. Right now, politics are a huge topic going on in the United States, and we're just not going to talk about that on today's stream. All right? I found that it's just too derailing. People just, sadly, will, you know, completely get things off the rails from where they're supposed to be on a chill gameplay stream. All right? Now, if I'm playing a game that has politics or religion as part of the discussion, that's one thing. If it's part of the plot or whatever, we can talk about it in context of what I'm doing on the stream. But just derail the stream and start talking about politics and religion is not allowed. Now, going along with that same vein, all right, I've expanded this in recent weeks to cover a discussion of the worldwide pandemic, because we're all aware of what's going on in the world and how our lives have changed because of it. We're all, suffering through said changes and trying our best to stay healthy and keep our loved ones healthy, right? So because of that, please understand, we're all aware of what's going on in the world. We don't need to be constantly talking about it on my stream. There's going to be people who are specifically coming to this stream to avoid that stress, to avoid those issues, all right? And so we don't want to now have a cascading problem. People are coming here to avoid it. Oh, everyone's talking about it. See what I mean? So please, I'm not going to ban discussion about this pandemic, but at the same time, please keep it to a minimum. Let's try to have a more relaxed and positive and fun time on the stream, all right? In addition to that, I am well aware that there are tons of people all over the internet who daily slander me, who insult me, who basically are just scumbags in that regard, all right? And it's pretty ridiculous what they say and do about me, how they make up these crazy conspiracy theories and everything to get personal attention on their own YouTube accounts and basically to get personal gain. I, as you guys know, am a person who builds up positivity and fun, and I put out positive streams. That's what I'm about. I'm not about tearing other people down in my content, because that's the only kind of attention I can get. So I'm well aware these people exist. I think they're pretty disgusting and vile people, all right? And I'm not going to deal with them. We ignored their crap because it is not going to do anything for anyone to mention on my stream. Number one, if you mention that kind of crap on my stream, you're derailing the positivity of the stream and the reason people are here. Number two, you're giving attention, undue attention, to those who don't deserve it. And that last thing we want is to send people over there down their toxic rabbit holes. All right? So please understand that. And know that we don't bother with that stuff. It's not allowed on the stream, the discussion of it. All right? So thank you, guys. It is now time to move on to the shout-outs and thank you segment, where I say thanks to everyone who contributes, and we give a shout-out, a little bit of fun discussion before the stream starts. All right? So first of all, a couple contributions came in during my day off. Excuse me. It was Tanamouter actually did a 100-bit cheer yesterday, and Narcissus actually resubscribed to the channel for 6 months in a row, so thank you to both of you for that. I appreciate that. Now, we had some contributions that actually came in relatively early here on the stream. And, I apologize in advance because I wish that the pre-stream didn't start later, but it did, because of the stupid call I was on hold for and got no resolution at all. So Honest Fan started the cheering today with a 50-bit cheer. Let me get that up on the leaderboard before we even begin here. Okay. And he says, have you heard the latest about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's DLC fiasco? They're charging season passes for random fighters and claiming COVID is forcing them to charge more to pay for employees. Thoughts seems like horseshit to me. So Honest Fan, I have no idea what you're talking about. The reason that here, I can actually show you guys. The reason that here on my PlayStation 4 dashboard, the reason I had this open this morning was because I saw your cheer come in. And I said, what is he talking about? And all I can see here available for purchase for DLC for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is the pre-order DLC pack, which I didn't get because I didn't pre-order the game. So I didn't get even mentions in there. It was that character Banyu, who was supposed to be a new member of the Ginyu Force or whatever. So I didn't get that. All right. And then Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Season Pass, which is $25, and it mentions it's going to be 2 original episodes and 1 new story. But that's all it says. I don't see anything about cost increasing. I don't see it saying, oh, now characters are, you know what I mean? Like, I have no idea what you're talking about, because at least what you're mentioning here isn't readily apparent from what I'm looking at. You see what I'm saying? Like, maybe there is some kind of, so Honest Fan says maybe it's a Steam-only thing. I saw it on the Steam forums. People are outraged for some reason. Maybe it's not for the console. I don't see what you're saying, I tried to figure it out, and I don't see it. Maybe there is something weird going on Steam, that they've changed the way that the DLC is working or whatever. But from everything that I'm seeing here, it looks the same to me. So I guess I can't really intelligently answer your question, Honest Fan. I tried, but I don't see anything. I don't see any evidence of what you're saying on consoles, so I guess maybe, like you said, right? Maybe it only has to do with consoles. I have no, or excuse me, with Steam. I have no idea. Shout out to Kramer L, who subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Kramer L. I appreciate the subscription. DRS Gangsta 141 gifted a subscription to King Goken. Thank you very much, DRS Gangsta, for gifting that sub to King Goken. I appreciate that. They call me Jim Frog. Subscribe for 6 months in a row. It's a 6-month resub. So I'm going to be honest here, guys. I don't care about the stream. I'm here to keep the vest streak. Well, there you go. Well, thank you, Jim Frog, for 6 months of support. And will we keep the vest streak going today? I have no idea, but we're going to find out. Last, Rambo did a 50-bit cheers as a suggestion for your next tips goal. Make it the 3rd most voted viewer's choice game gets chosen. Then for tier 2, the 4th game. This will satisfy everyone. I have no idea what that means. He's saying for the next tips goal. The tips goal is the vest, right? If we double the tips goal, I put on the cowboy hat. So I'm not sure what you mean by the next tips goal. Do you mean if I hit like a tier 3 tips goal, then I do an entire new playthrough? And then if I hit a tier 4 tips goal, I do another entire playthrough? If that is what you're suggesting, I don't think that's going to happen. Because I already have 2 upcoming playthroughs for viewers' choice that have to happen, balanced in with new release content and the like. There's no way that I can now keep promising 3, 4, 5, 6 new playthroughs. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that people get excited and they want to see stuff, but you have to think, you know, viability of time, guys. It has to be realistic and careful. And the bottom line is that it's not to promise playthrough after playthrough after playthrough. That's not going to happen. You know, there's definitely a difference between, oh, we hit a goal and I do a marathon for 1 day. Okay, big deal. You know, it's 1 day. Versus, oh, we hit a goal and now I promise an entire playthrough that could span weeks. Do you see the difference? It's way more commitment, and sadly, it might get people upset that I'm wrapped up in a million viewers' choice playthroughs instead of working on stuff that either I want to work on or that's new release stuff. So I definitely can't make that. That's crazy. All right, but I appreciate the suggestion. Young Remy subscribed to the channel for 19 months and says, rev up those menus. I'm ready for Nioh 2. Yes, the running meme that Nioh 2 is a menu simulator continues. Roz Fu has subscribed to the channel for 2 months. Thank you, Roz Fu. I appreciate that. Insomniatic Meat resubscribed for 40 months. Thank you, Insomniatic Meat. Last Rambo did a 100-bit cheer. So that makes Last Rambo the top cheer of the day now. And he says, if you were a YouTuber, would you vlog on your supermarket experience during the pandemic for laughs on how people are overreacting? And second question, you mentioned you're watching a very popular Let's Player who does no commentary. Does it not prove that being a YouTuber is viable since he can do it, so can you? No. First of all, I would never vlog in a public place like that because, first of all, if you're not aware, it's illegal. You can't just walk into someone's business and start filming without actual permission. When I went and filmed years and years ago at places such as the mall, I actually had to get permission from the mall staff and from the, for example, Electronics Boutique or EB Games. I had to get permission from that staff to film there. If you don't, you're actually breaking the law. Okay? It's not a public place. It's a private place of business. So just walking in and start filming people randomly in a store is kind of fucked up to begin with. Especially now. Everyone's right now spooked. Everyone's trying to get in the store, get their shit, get out of there so that they don't get sick. Why the fuck do you need to start delaying people by, like, for filming and shit? Stop being an asshole. How about that? Don't film in the fucking store. Just be safe and get in, get out, and stop actually caring about yourself and other people instead of what video content you can put on YouTube for a few cheap views. All right? Now, in regards to the YouTuber that you're watching that's no commentary, as I've stated, one of the YouTubers that I've watched, first of all, I didn't say there's no commentary. That's not what I said at all. That's completely ridiculous. What I said was this YouTuber is not a live streamer and does not have a webcam. Instead, they do live commentary over gameplay just like I used to. It's basically, I feel like I'm watching myself in a lot of ways. Because no webcam, improv commentary over gameplay. All right? And I'm watching it and I'm like, this guy's not so different from me. You know? I mean, in reality, though, is he better? I would say this particular guy is much better than me at certain styles of games, but at the same time, he's actually not as good as me at other games, okay? But that's because he plays certain kind of games more than I do, and he plays certain games less than I do. But, you know, I'm watching these, and by the way, it's not just this one person. I've been watching other people who could be considered gaming YouTubers put out videos, and they're not so different from me. In fact, a lot of them, it almost feels like they're kind of emulating me. for the stuff I used to do before I became a full-time streamer. Yet they're successful on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, they retained a big viewership. They put out videos that still get tens of thousands of views per video. And it's like, what did I do different? And the answer is nothing. The truth of the matter is nothing. What happened is, during that era of disgusting toxicity where people just wanted to bring me down, it became a meme to hate on me. And it just became a viral meme to hate on Darkside Phil. And because of that, now I am where I am. If that viral meme of, you know, this is how you don't play and all that nasty shit had never started, then I probably would still be able to be a full-time YouTuber to this day. I'm telling you, you know, even though YouTube revenue has plummeted dramatically, probably I'd still be able to make a living being a full-time YouTuber because that's how good it was, you know, with views and everything back in the day. All right? But, you know, it is what it is. I am where I am, and I'm not unhappy to be where I am. As I've told you guys many times, I actually really like being a full-time live streamer. I think this is actually more fun for me than when I was just a full-time YouTuber back in the day. And you know what? The other thing that I will say is that sometimes when I'm watching these YouTubers who don't live stream doing these game playthroughs, a lot of them reference the comments. Oh, so on the last part I read the comments and you guys gave me all this great advice on the game, so I'm going to do it this time. Next thing you know, they got the best, they find all the secrets of the game. They got the best loadout for the game. It's like, wait a minute. So you were playing the game, you know, honestly, not knowing anything about the game, and it was very entertaining. Then all of a sudden you read your YouTube comments, and the comments told you every single thing hand by hand to do in the game, and now you're all of a sudden, you got all the best equipment, and you're overpowered. It's like, what happened? You know, like, you started off the playthrough fun and legit, and then you kind of ruined it halfway through. And what's interesting about this is the kind of criticism that I've gotten over the years, that if I'm a live stream, now it's mostly for the live streaming. Really, this stuff did not happen back when I was a full-time YouTuber. I pretty much did not have comments that would spoil the game or whatever for me. I would do most of the playthroughs cold turkey completely, all right? But that being said, what's funny is people used to criticize me very harshly and say, Phil, you don't take suggestions, you don't take the constructive criticism, you ignore everyone when you play a game, and a lot of people get frustrated because you end up flubbing through the game, not knowing how to play it properly, and therefore your playthroughs aren't very good. That was some of the criticisms I used to get. So now when I'm live streaming and I'm doing interactive streams, all right, do I want monster spoilers? No, I don't. Not at all. But at the same time, if you guys have a few helpful tips every once in a while that you give me, it allows me to improve my gameplay, then I appreciate that and I do welcome that. So when I'm going to fight a boss, no, don't immediately spoil 1 minute into the boss how to beat it. But if I'm stuck on a boss for 30 minutes and I can't figure out that there's some nuance to the boss that I need to do to beat it, then by all means share that so we can continue on with the stream and have a fun, productive stream rather than me just sitting here being frustrated like hell, all right? But do I want, you know, 3 parts into a playthrough? Do I want you guys, or let me say 3 hours into a playthrough? Do I want you guys to tell me exactly where to find the best item in a game and immediately how to power level it so I just blow through the game and I never ever have a challenge ever again? No, of course not. You know, think about all the criticisms that I took in when I did my Dark Souls Redemption run, when by complete chance, no one telling me, the Black Knight Halberd dropped. And I happened to get it, and I happened to level it not knowing how powerful it was, and then I was overpowered for the rest of the playthrough, right? So I can understand people's criticisms now a little bit better, now that I'm seeing it as a viewer rather than the player. I'm seeing it from a unique, different perspective. Okay, and it's interesting to me to see how things are different when you're a watcher versus the person playing. But at the same time, I try not to let people completely spoil the gameplay that I put out there. In the modern era, when I'm doing live streaming, is there interactivity? Of course. But I don't want people to immediately start telling me everything about the game, and now I don't have a chance to learn anything for myself, and now I'm immediately being super overpowered and shit like that, okay? So, there are a few exceptions. I would say, like, Morrowind is definitely an exception where I told you guys there was no way I was doing a legit playthrough of that game. I knew it was so old that it would be frustrating for me to try to just do it cold turkey. So that's an exception of a playthrough where it's 100% interactive. I don't care what you guys tell me to do. That's how I tackle it. But I said that up front. It wasn't like I was saying, oh yeah, this is my legit playthrough of Morrowind. Not at all. I said this is very much going to be an ongoing interactive project where you just tell me everything. Versus a game like Nioh 2, obviously, no, I don't want you guys to tell me every little thing to do in the game to become overpowered, and now I have no challenge anymore. I like having challenge. You know what I mean? I like that. So, yeah, I'm saying cold turkey a million times. I mean to say blind, not cold turkey. I'm sorry. I'm saying the wrong words. Apologies that I'm not perfect. Some people are criticizing me harshly in the stream chat right now. But anyway, getting back to the topic here, Last Rambo was bringing up. No, I don't think that any YouTuber can make it not doing commentary. You have to have commentary over gameplay in order to survive. All right. What I would say is I think that sadly my journey on YouTube and Twitch and all of this has been very different than a lot of other people's. All right. My journey, sadly, is one where I have been harassed constantly since 2012, 2013 for, at first, I would say legitimate gameplay reasons. And then after that, just because people are so disgusting on the internet and they realized for so long they can get away with beating me up and bullying me, I have no recourse against it. So let's just keep beating up on Phil because we get popularity from it. You see what I'm saying? So I feel that if that shit had not happened, I could very much still be a YouTuber and it would be viable to be a gaming YouTuber today. Now, in reality, would that have made me happy? I don't know. Because I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm like, I like the streams so much. I like these interactive streams so much more than what I used to do. Okay? So, in that regards, maybe things happen for a reason. Obviously, I would not want to be in the financial situation I'm in now, by any means, you know. But at the same time, you know, because of what's happened to me and the things that have happened over the years, I am where I am. I have a really great personal life. I have a really amazing positive stream. See? So it's kind of like, you got to take the good with the bad. And even though there's a ton of bad, there's also some good that's come out of all this. If I were just a full-time YouTuber and I never had any hardships or anything happen to me, my life could be completely different right now. And I don't know if that would even be a better life, quite frankly, from what's going on right now. Okay? So who knows? But is it completely impossible for a gaming YouTuber to be viable today? No, I never said that. I said it's impossible for someone like me to have it viable because of what YouTube's done with all their crazy changes and things like that. But obviously there's tons of gaming YouTubers out there that are still popular. But what I'm trying to say is when I watch some of them, I kind of shrug and say, this person is not very different from what I've ever done. In fact, this person doesn't even have a webcam or whatever. They don't even have the things I have, yet they're crazy popular on YouTube and I'm not. Figure that one out. Oh, yeah, that's right, because it's the black cloud of toxic shitheads who follow me that make me, you know, not an attractive candidate for someone who wants to watch a gaming YouTuber. When all you hear is Dark Side Phil sucks, he's a bad person, blah, 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 you don't want to watch him. Versus these other people don't have that disgusting negative stigma, so they get legit viewers. I wouldn't even be surprised if a lot of the people who used to watch my stuff in those years when I had the trolling where my YouTube channels fell out of the rankings, no one could find it in my videos anymore, that these other YouTubers got those views, those organic thousands upon thousands of views that used to come around near the end of the year for me, all went to other YouTube channels. You know, they went somewhere. People didn't just disappear. They went to watch something else. Okay. Cold Zero Charity says you need to adapt and overcome. Wake up at 6 a.m. and call them early. Oh, yeah. That's what definitely the best course of action is to wake up at 6 fucking a.m. to sit on hold for 3 hours, right? Not that the business improves or anything. Honest Fan Choose, who's your favorite villager in Animal Crossing? Do you think of them as real people? For example, Pierto reminds me of you, a chill person. I don't know who Pierto is. I don't have Pierto on my island. Oh, the thing is, I'm not playing that much. You know what I mean? Like, I'm only playing the game twice a week, a couple hours. I don't really feel I've gotten to know the personalities of the villagers as well as most people who are probably playing the game way more than me. You know, the original three who were Cody, Cherry, and was it Candy? Are kind of a cool trio. And then after that you had Prince the Frog, Melba the Koala. But I haven't really talked to them that much. So I can't even really answer this because I don't really feel I've spent enough time in the game to have a legitimate answer for you. Cold Zero Cheer talking about WWE Divas. We're not going to talk about that, but thank you for the cheer. Fred Flintstone resubscribed for 32 months in a row. So has it really been 32 months? It seems like it has, Fred. Seems like it has, so thank you for that. Siambuka, 2020, resubscribed for 15 months. Thank you, Siambuka, for 15 months of support. OG Rascal did 100 bit cheers to Go Phil. Thank you, OG Rascal. Fulminator Mage tipped me $5, and that's actually the first tip of the entire stream. So thank you for that, Fulminator Mage. $5 tip, and he says, would I ever narrate a nature documentary? Do I know anything about the mating rituals of hippos? No, to the latter, no. To the former, maybe. I love nature documentaries. Like I said, Kat and I watched 2 of them yesterday and had a lot of fun. I love those things, but I don't think I would ever do voice acting because I'm not in the industry. Super Slade, gifted us up to Kate. Congratulations, Kate, and thank you, Super Slade. Snow Carl, I appreciate the cheer, but you're bringing up slander from detractors. Why in the holy hell would I talk about that on my streams? That would be pretty stupid, wouldn't it? Gay Butthole Farts to me $2 and says, are the rumors true that I'm transitioning to a beautiful woman? No, those rumors are not true. I'm sorry. Thank you for the $2 tip. King Colin, to me $1, and he says, do you regret telling people that you have gout? Besides you being fat, which is hilarious because I'm not fat, but there would not be many things detractors could use against you. Are you out of your mind? Of all the things that people say about me, like, gout is like the least insulting at all. I don't really care about it anymore. I've talked about it publicly 1,000,000 times, matter of factly. And I don't see how it's even insulting, quite frankly. It's just kind of stupid for people to even bring it up, because I haven't had any flare-ups or outbreaks of it in years. And I feel that me talking about it publicly actually helps people out who maybe would be at risk for getting it. You know, so I don't know why this is a big deal. As for you saying I'm fat, I'm not. Am I overweight? Sure. Am I fat? Like, oh my God, blubberish? No, I'm not. And I'm happy about that because I used to be. I wholeheartedly would admit I used to be very fat, very overweight, you know, to the tune of 240 plus pounds. That's not good for someone who's 5'11". All right. Now I'm down to just under 200 pounds. So yeah, I could still stand to lose about another 10 to 15 pounds, but I'm nowhere near as big as I used to be. Outside of that, King Colin, most of the things that the people say about me that are negative have nothing to do with my physical appearance anymore, even though they do bring that up every once in a while. It's mostly really fucked up, insulting personal stuff. So, Lola, Timmy $1 says, why do so many people care about your financial situation? You'd have to ask them, but like I said, these people have latched onto my life in a very disgusting and negative way, to the point where all they want to do is bring down my life and make me basically be hurt no matter what. Like, it doesn't matter if what they say or do is truthful. They don't care. They just want to constantly hurt me. And that's really fucked up to know that there's thousands of people anonymously on the internet that are this messed up in their heads that they care about this, instead of the fact that I'm here putting out daily gameplay streams that are fun and positive for people. And that's what people should care about. Instead, let's focus on behind the scenes private shit that has nothing to do with anyone or Phil's streams, and constantly just try to ruin his life. You know, it's pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. Paul tipped me $1. He says, why do you give Snow Carl so many chances when Third Eye gets banned for nothing? Third Eye does not get banned for nothing. Third Eye got banned for many different reasons that were legit, kept getting unbanned, and then would just continuously get banned again for violating more and more shit. So, Snow Carl, you know, gets warned, and he knows not to go too far, and he knows that if he does, he's going to get banned. Last Rambo Cheers says, as a wrestling fan, I'd like your opinion on this. When people say that wrestling is fake, why do they mean? Are they talking about the setup or being staged, the moves, the injuries? They're talking about the outcomes. And what's supposed to be considered a legitimate sporting event, the outcome is not scripted. The outcome is dependent on many factors like the skill level of the participants, etc., and it's usually a legit competition. Wrestling is not a legit competition. It is staged. But it is absolutely true that the skill level of the competitors, such as their ability to safely compete in the ring, the ability to cut a promo and be entertaining to a crowd, all these things are incredibly important parts of the total package of being a very successful professional wrestler. All right, so definitely think that's a good a good assessment of it. I think people understand there's many physical risks involved with pro wrestling, right? OG Rascal did 100 cheers. Could you elaborate more on where YouTube went wrong? No. Tom Bone tipped me $1. Says, do you ever get tired of being the victim? Yeah, every day. I don't ever want to be a victim. I never wanted to be, but sadly I am, you know. I want to just be a positive content creator. I am absolutely 100% tired of being mistreated, tired of being attacked, tired of being slandered and defamed on a daily fucking basis by people. But they keep doing it. I didn't put myself into the situation, others did. You know, I don't want to be like this. I never, by the way, never really cared or talked about shit like this until it started really negatively affecting my life years ago, right? So there you have it. And by the way, I only bring it up when people ask, if you haven't noticed. Real life researcher Cheer. He said, what was your last real improvement in regards to your business? You know, I would say not necessarily equipment, because I can't afford equipment improvements. You know, the last ones I had were 2 years ago, the PS4 Pro, and I had a new TV, which helped out with me, you know, seeing stuff and having better reaction times because my old TV was so outdated. But I would say, when it comes to the way I interact with the viewers, the number of interactive and chill streams that we have, very different, you know, content than the stuff I used to put out. And the amount of interactive events now, because now we don't do patrons' choice, we do viewers' choice, where everyone can be involved in it, right? That's what I would say. I would say in the last year, I've evolved to have a lot more chill, interactive style streams. It's more focused on interaction with the viewer than the game. And also having events where more people can participate, like viewers' choice. Those are probably my latest improvements. Honest Fan Cheered, asking about opinions on some fucking album I never heard of. No, I don't care. Andrew Cuomo tipped me $1 and said, a suggestion for tips totals. Edit the generated message to show the tip amount on the alert. This can help make it so you can automate the total up top and choose to say the username still trying to help. I don't want to automate that. I purposely keep things manually updated so that way I can ultimately control my stream, right? I'll give you an example why. If you remember, a couple years ago, I wasn't using OBS and Streamlabs. I was using a different third-party program called Muxy. Well, guess what? People found out a way to abuse Muxy and send insanely disgusting, insulting messages with fake tips attached. And if I had everything automated, not only would those have continuously showed on the stream, but then the total up top would have gone up and up and up. It would have looked like I was making thousands and thousands of dollars within a few streams when it was all fake. Now I can control everything. I control the total. I control the messages that I read on the stream. I like retaining control. I'm maintaining a business here. I need to be sure that I control what I say and do and what shows up on my stream. Okay? Automation is good to a point. Sadly, with the amount of trolling that I get, the automation doesn't really work. And that's why I control it. Okay? Sundance McGee, give it a sub to Equilibrium. Congratulations. DSP entertains me. To me, $4.20. He says, don't worry about it, Phil. Your unique qualities are what make you who you are today. Your honest reactions are what make you the entertainer you are. I don't think you're a hero, but you're certainly not a villain, so have a happy day. Thank you very much. DSP entertains me. For a very honest, and in my opinion, a very truthful, and I appreciate that, comment along with that tip. Okay? So now let's give shout-outs to the top cheers of the week. In 10th place, we've got OG Rascal. 9th place is Cold Zero. We've got a tie for 7th between Highlight Cavalier and Cousins Van. Froggins is in 6th. Fisted Sisters in 5th, tied with Bad Guys, so technically it's a tie for 4th. RTU Streams is a tie for 2nd with Crap Cock. And Ryan is the top cheerer of the week so far. As for sub-gifters, we got Sundance McGee, Super Slade, DRS Gangsta, Ryan, and Bookish Awkward, who are all tied at 1 sub. And then Cold Zero has gifted 2 subs, and Beast Bod has gifted 3. All right, guys, I need to use the restroom. I've been holding it in for like 15 minutes. Let's take a quick break. I'm going to go use the restroom. Then we're going to jump into Nioh 2. All right? Thank you, guys. I'm sorry the stream started late and the pre-stream ran late because the stream started late because of this stupid phone call. I'll be back shortly with more. Thank you, guys, and see you in a sec.